Welcome.
Your face was so
Where are you?
It's like, welcome.
Welcome to the Empty Minds episode number 24. The boys are gearing up for Christmas. I got my Santa Claus hat on, joined by Brandon over there with his, and we're about to get into some stuff because there was some big news out in the world, and that's what we do. We cover fucking news, baby.
You're editing this like manually now, right?
Manually, yeah.
I was like, 'cause we're not cutting to anything.
Yeah, we will. We have a new system now. Quality will be a little better.
Empty Minds, now manual.
I swear every
2.0.
podcast we do is a new editing style. Man, I don't know what the fuck. If you look back at podcast 1, it looks so fucking bad. I don't know what I was thinking. Like, it looks like somebody smeared Vaseline in the background. I was like, this looks pretty good.
I know. It's like pissy color.
Yeah.
Well,
Look how Brandon just joins in. Yeah, it fucking sucked.
well, there's
Yes.
the demo podcast we've never released. That one was fucking horrible.
It's funny because we're all in different spots. And it's
Yeah, I
so
was sitting
bizarre.
where you
Like, you're
were.
here, I'm over there.
I was sitting right there.
Yeah,
I was over there.
Forrest was always right there.
I was well.
Oh, I sat
we
where
can't
Christian
just point. I was sitting where Forrest was.
Right.
yeah.
Where's Forrest sitting? Right here?
I was sitting where Christian was.
I sat there.
No, you sat here. I sat over there. We both sat on the couch.
Yeah,
both
you're
sat
both
on
on
the
the
couch.
couch
Where Chris
together.
is
Over
I
here.
was right there.
Well, Christian was sitting where I was sitting, but a little bit closer.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't remember that.
Yeah, we can't. We're pointing there. The audience has no idea where. Yeah, so there's a podcast that never came out, not because we didn't say anything. Wait,
That's the
not
funniest
because
one.
we said anything terrible, but it's just because it wasn't of quality. There were the mics cut out. There was parts where I was like, There's parts where I was like, how is that? Because like
I know.
the
We're
audio
talking
was
over
fucked.
each other. We're really bad at that.
As he talks over me.
Yeah, speaking of which, we gotta try not to do that this
We're
time.
bad back then.
Yeah. Make sure if somebody else is talking, we wait to jump in. And this, you're all hearing this because we're still trying to figure out how to podcast.
I know.
Empty Minds 2.0.
I still don't know.
We still are trying to figure this out. But to jump into it, before we get into the Game Awards, because that's going to be a big, hefty chunk of meat of this, GTA 6, the trailer was supposed to come out on Tuesday. Got leaked by an angry motherfucker on Monday. Now, what are your guys' thoughts on that leak?
The leak itself, goddamn. Like, hopefully, the guy didn't get fired because his son wanted some TikTok clout.
Oh, I like.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, his kid was like, and I think he leaked some stuff before that too, and then he leaked, and then he leaked the trailer, and it's like, I think he did. Did he leak the trailer?
He did.
Okay, yeah, because like now you're fucking with your dad's job.
The kid posted a picture of him and his dad, just like indisputable proof.
Does this kid hate his dad?
I
Like,
know. It's like,
the fuck.
Well, I hope that they are fine because that's like a kind of a shitty, honest leak. That makes sense. A lot of people just
Honest
leak shit
leak.
because they're like hacking people and they find stuff. They post it. I feel like this is more of an accident.
Like it's not like I think the leaks of the unfinished. Or like the alpha, whatever, because there was some stuff leaked a long time ago where it was like alpha footage or whatever of GTA 6, and it was like the very start. I think that looks bad because then people see the game and they're like, "Oh my god, this is GTA 6." But
right.
a trailer a day early isn't
Why?
the worst thing.
But like, why would you leak it a day early? It's so dumb.
I know.
Just wait the day.
Impatient motherfucker.
But now I like, is this guy allowed? I guess his kid saw the trailer. This kid's not like a master hacker, so I guess a little bit on the dad because this kid had the trailer.
That's my thing. Even for me, I do not let my kids anywhere near my computer phones because I have work stuff on there. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
you should
I
secure everything.
don't want them to like delete a video by accident, just like anything.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the dad too. He should have been a little bit more responsible with that. I don't know if he just left
100%.
his computer on
Yes.
or what.
Well,
that's
yeah, he leaked some stuff before, so I don't know if this kid went on the computer, sent a bunch of shit to himself, or maybe this dad's just fucking irresponsible and just kept letting his kid fucking. Because there is some parents that just let their kids walk all over them.
True.
Like, fuck you, dad, and the dad's just like,
Oh,
well, I guess it's that kind of day for you, I guess.
Marty
Like,
McFly.
Marty McFly,
What's his dad's name?
George.
George McFly.
yeah.
Okay.
That laugh in the movie. That's a weird.
Anyways, I watched it recently. That's why it's
Yeah.
in my head.
Um,
Good movie.
but yeah, holy shit. The trailer in a day, like close to 100 million views. It almost broke the record of 100 million views
Yep.
in a day.
Why?
It's amazing. Everybody's so
Popular.
hyped. It's been a decade,
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's the best selling game of all time.
and it took 10 years for the last
Really?
trailer to get that many views.
What's second to that game?
I feel like Minecraft. Or
You should know.
something.
Who's second
Well,
place?
the Super Mario Brothers games.
Zelda, maybe,
older
right?
ones.
It's not Zelda.
Zelda should be the best game.
I fucking called that
you did say
earlier.
that shit.
That's what I said. I was like, Brian's gonna fucking pick
Yeah.
Zelda for everything.
Only won one award. God damn it!
Yeah, Zelda only won one.
Should have won Game of the Year and everything.
Everything.
You fucking called it right before he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna bring up the Game Awards, and every award Brandon's just gonna say Zelda." You know what? And I'm not even a big Zelda fan. Like, now Brandon like throws something at me.
You're just not,
Fuck you.
you're just not on the screen anymore.
No, I think that the game looked really, really good. I recommend checking out the IGN breakdown of it. No one has. Holy man!
How much will it cost? $100? 120?
Well, probably. Like
I think
$100.
it's 70 in the States, so I think it's gonna be 100 here. I think it's gonna be like $10 more than regular games.
Yeah, actually, at what point are games gonna go up again?
For games and shit, I do not think like people are like, oh my god, games are cost like $100, and I get it. There's not many things that take fucking 4 years to make and like put all that effort in and so much staff. And yes, there's movies that do that, and movies are cheaper, but it's like movies take 2 hours to watch.
I don't
Some of
think
these games you can play for hundreds of hours.
like the price has already gotten to the point now where I won't buy certain games anymore because it's $100 for a fucking game. It's kind of insane.
Yeah, but that's good because now it forces us to do our research on games. Do you know how
Yeah.
many games I bought just because back in the day they were shit?
Well, like imagine if games were $60 still. It'd be
Wow.
fucking amazing.
It'd be nice.
They would be a lot. The quality would be shit because they would be pumping these out in 2 years and they'd still look like PS3 games.
Like with current games, I guess.
I spent $400 on a game this year.
Spend
Yeah.
400 on a game.
and that's
No,
really
on
just-
On
games.
4 games this year.
yeah,
Oh.
4 games is 400. It's
I bought a lot of games, but that's the thing. I'll buy some cheaper games too. Like, but also I bought Metal Gear Solid Master Collection, which people say isn't the best port or
I
whatever.
didn't play Howard Legacy that much.
Howard.
That's what I said.
Howard.
I didn't get too far into the game.
it's
Howard?
Hogwarts.
Hogwarts. Okay.
I played like a quarter of the game back in February.
Really? I thought you were going hard on that game.
No, the other games I did, not that game.
Okay. Yeah.
I was playing too many games.
My mom beat
That's fine.
Hogwarts Legacy.
I was playing Warzone a lot, so I,
I
was
got
distracted.
after beating the troll, and then I stopped. I should go back and play it though.
Howard's Legacy.
Howard's Legacy.
Yeah.
Howard.
Yeah, like speaking to that, well, it's like this kind of ties into the idea that the producers wanted GTA to be like a certain amount of money per hour, and that's because they feel like you get for $100, that's not even worth the game. You got to spend like 300 or something like that. Which I don't like. Certain games like Call of Duty, if you're spending $100 on that, you're not getting your money's worth compared to GTA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's I get the disparity there. It's just fuck that. I'm
Well,
not paying.
GTA is fucking a different beast because like
I'm Blur.
they were able to release a game, have it go for fucking 10 years and just make money off of the online shit forever. And do updates, just small updates. You know what I mean?
Last
Amazing.
podcast, I said Game Sharks. I want to correct myself. It's Shark Cards.
Shark cards.
Game Sharks are like cheating things or whatever.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
Shark Cards are like microtransactions, and they're still making bank.
I remember
They people say that they make most of their money from what they call whales. It's like certain people just spend thousands of dollars on GTA Online, and that's where most the bulk come in from.
I know it's wild. So that's why
Pretty
the
bad.
guy who said it should cost $300 for the game, fucking relax.
Yeah.
Because
Relax.
you guys have the longest release ever, and people are gonna play this thing forever and spend a shit ton of money online.
Yeah, I'd have to really make sure everything is good. That's a lot of money.
Like if it ends up being a thing where you guys are all playing it and we're all trying online, then I'm like, fuck.
Yeah,
I
you're
wanna play.
and that's gonna happen because I love the story in all the GTA games, and you gotta remember, like fucking $20 is fuck all now. What do you buy with $20?
Yeah,
Nothing of worth.
be true.
Like you can buy fucking like
Just
a
make them.
bag of avocados for $10. Like that's fucking what is that? Like if you want to buy a speaker this big it's $50.
4K Blu-rays are like 40-50 bucks.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So it's like
That's
that
kinda-
Blu-ray. What you watch it? It's 2 hours. You spend twice the amount of money, and you can play for like 150, so it's 7,000 hours. But to get back into it, the gameplay. Wow.
We haven't
was
seen
that?
gameplay.
Yeah, to get into, well, we saw like some where people are I mean, like there's some stuff that we saw, like people walking and they have different personalities and so many different
I see what
character
you mean.
models, and like so many people I saw, and it's like like watching the trailer, it looks like every single NPC has a different personality.
There's supposed to be, well, the story seems to be like it's a love story, kind of. It starts off like that. There's that man, that woman, and they're like, oh, trust, we trust each other. And they're like, yep, trust. And I just feel like one of them's going to fuck the other person over. And,
Yeah.
it's going to go in that direction. There's going to be a bunch of stuff that happens. Like someone will be bribed of this,
Well,
and this and that, and be backstabbing.
I
and
think
all
they
this
just
drama.
made Bonnie and Clyde. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just two people, and maybe it's like they're just like really tight at first, and then they fall in love.
Yeah.
Because she looks tight.
Yeah, I don't
She
know.
looks so tight.
There's so many references to the other games though in every shot. Like there's so much.
Oh, and
Like-
Vice
like-
City looks beautiful, man.
And there's Vice City's only going to be a little section of the game too.
What?
The map's going to be pretty big. There's a bunch of different regions.
Yeah, I know, but it's focusing on Vice City. Vice City's pretty big.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
apparently it's like they talked about a couple other regions that are supposed to be in there for an IGN review. A bunch of hints at it.
But
Nice.
makes me want to buy the definitive edition and play Vice City over.
Yeah.
Because like the voice cast in that is wild. Like Ray Liotta is the voice of the main character,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
and
You'll get a lot of references. I'm sure there'll be tons of Easter eggs for the.
oh, I want to bring this up later because I've been watching a lot of the Black Ops 3 story. But I finally know all the characters who were in Mob of the Dead.
Oh, nice.
Ray Liotta,
Yeah.
right? There was that guy Sal. He's been in a lot of like Sopranos. He was in the movie with Robert De Niro, Brooklyn, Sunny. There was the guy who plays Ralph in the Sopranos. You know, you've probably seen Ralph.
Maybe.
He's that guy. She was a fucking whore.
Oh, yeah.
And then the other guy.
Yeah, the last one.
I can't remember his name, but yeah, then I was like, fucking, I need to play Vice City again because I need to know the story, because I need to see if it ties in with anything in this game, because they're probably going to mention his name. I think it was Tommy Vincietti or
Yeah,
some shit.
Tommy Vincietti.
And yeah, very excited for GTA 6. Do you guys think it's going to come out early 2025 or late?
I think late.
You guys think late 2025?
Because
Yeah.
the last one came out around October, November, I think. It was like holiday season.
But that's not really an indicator. Games come out at different times.
Mid, I guess. Mid 25.
I'm thinking it'll be earlier.
That'd be awesome.
I'm between.
That'd be
Actually,
awesome.
I predict there's going to be delayed till 2026.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't. I think Rockstar,
There'll be a leak. It'll be a look bad the game, and they'll
because like fuck, like their games are always fucking awesome, and it looks like, I am happy that it doesn't look like they're keeping true to what GTA was and always has been. I like that they're not. It looks like they're not trying to be something that they're not.
And they're going to make fun of social media people, influencers and stuff. I know that a lot
Oh,
of that's...
That's what I wanted to bring up. Is
Oh, guaranteed.
there's people suing GTA right now.
Yep. There's that one guy. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
it the
two.
tattoo guy?
There's two people. There's the
Really?
tattoo guy, and there's this girl who says they used her likeness without her permission. People are suing.
I saw the breakdown of that, and they're saying, oh, they're referencing this Florida guy or whatever.
Yeah.
The tattoos or whatever. And I was like, he's probably going to fucking sue them. And I was like, I bet you they already know
I
that.
remember that. Yeah.
And so I'm just like, come on, people. It's anything for money. Holy fuck.
I know they're gonna lose
Yeah, because you can...
because it's not his exact likeness.
No.
You can take inspiration from somebody,
Yeah,
like,
it
but
happens
it's
all the time.
exactly, but it's not a
Yeah.
1-to-1 copy,
Very
and then
true.
he's gonna lose.
Like literally the Walking Dead Destiny's game, look at all the characters there based off the story. The voice actors are trying to emulate, I mean, they're doing a bad job, but they're trying to emulate those characters. You could say that they're trying to emulate the likeness of the actors.
Holy
But
shit!
it's
I
fine.
love looking up the reviews for The Walking Dead Destinies. Holy shit, people! Oh,
Are you still
fuck.
playing it?
I'm going to finish it tonight.
Oh, you're still playing it.
Well, I haven't played it in a bit. I'm going to finish it tonight.
That
And,
game is fucking horrid.
is so bad.
It is abhorrent. I've seen
You should do
like
a full
sometimes
review.
I know.
sometimes Rick Grimes' face is like this. It's like
Yeah.
crushed. His eyes are like in his mouth, and he's like,
I never saw his face. I only saw him from behind. Like, I mean, like, it always shows him from behind, like when he's walking.
He clapped.
I
can tell him from the back of his
I
head.
only remember the back.
It
of
always
his head
shows him
for some
walking in the
reason.
back.
Well,
No,
the voice actor for Shane sounds like Rick.
Oh,
Like,
Yeah.
it's just weird.
that is weird.
I would love if they just put in the what is that? What is
I know.
that?
See, there's some really cool moments in the game though, but it's just like these small moments. Like, you end up at the prison, and then like Daryl is there, which he is already there, but he looks a little different now. He has kind of this more of a beard. Merle's there. He has like this beard and longer hair. I'm like, oh, this is so cool because he's not around. Like,
Yeah,
he's-
but it's only cool
Yeah.
because you know the story.
and that's what I mean though. But like, even if you know the story, it's cool just looking at it, like seeing the
Yeah.
visuals. There's no build up for that. Like, there's no build up. I thought there'd be a build up in this like what if scenario thing.
Oh yes, like Daryl doesn't look. You can tell it's Daryl.
Yeah, like
Rick,
Rick's is
who
the
the fuck
worst.
is that?
Rick,
Like there are likely fan games that are better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's this lady. I need to get to this. There's this lady who commented,
Oh, did
but
it?
she asked like what we thought of the Walking Dead shows.
I do remember actually wondering when it was coming up because I think I talk about The Walking Dead for a second.
I have seen more. I've watched a rundown of things. So it's like I've seen a lot of the cool moments. I've seen like the Dead City stuff. What I've thought of. I always love Jeffrey Dean Morgan. The guy's a home run.
Can you pull up PlayStation stuff on here right now? Or
I
is it
used
too
to be
hard?
able to, but my stream deck is all fucked up. I
I was
can't.
gonna say play the Dead City scene with Negan. That was such a man.
Oh yeah, that would have been
That
good to
fucking
react to.
scene. Like that's the thing about Negan is like people wanted him to be redeemed and all that for a while. When you watch that scene, you're just like, no, don't do it.
Well, with Jeffrey Dean Morgan, the guy steals like when he's on the screen, you're excited.
Yeah.
Like because it's always like, what is he gonna do next? Well, yeah, I'm sexually excited. No, it's just like, what is this guy gonna do next? Like, fucking, he's like unhinged sometimes. Sometimes he's really thoughtful. He's can convey emotion very well. So Dead City to me, it's the Jeffrey Dean Morgan show.
Sometimes
It's fucking 8 out of 10.
Sometimes he's funny.
Yeah, because there's a scene in Dead City that I think is like Jeffrey Dean Morgan. There's this character Luther, and he finds out that because like Negan and Maggie go to New York, meet this new group, and they don't know what they're about. And then Luther finds something, and he's like, "Oh, he's wanted. Is wanted for killing 4 people." And so he's like questioning him about it. And he's like, "I'm gonna tell the whole group." And then just this scene when you're like, it's building up so much tension because I'm like, then they'd be so fucked because they're trying to find Herschel. And then Negan is just like, he looks down, just kind of smiles, and you're like, oh.
He looks down.
And then he grabs a cheese grater and fucking cheese grates his face, and it's like fucking, oh my
That's
god.
the verb. He cheese grates his
He
face.
only grates his face. It's so
Damn.
fucking, it's so brutal. And then he
It
like
is.
kicks him down or whatever happens, and then
They did that in Evil Dead Rise.
it's like fucking.
Yeah.
So Dead City,
It's like fucking man. What?
like Dead City, really good fucking show. Daryl Dixon, I think, is better, not just because of the France theme and a lot of the religious part to it.
I love the difference of Daryl Dixon.
Yeah,
Daryl Dixon feels, and it's something new that the series hasn't been, and I like that. I like when because The Walking Dead is their biggest fault is that they're always being the same.
yeah.
You know, and that Daryl Dixon was like, no, we're gonna try something different. We're gonna incorporate new themes, new things in the story. It's not just gonna be walkers and shit like that. And then they give the fucking zombie steroids,
Yeah.
and yeah, I really like that concept.
Oh, really? Steroids.
Well, they're
Well,
kind of like
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
There's
the
like
walkers
injections.
become
Yeah.
really like aggressive walkers, almost like World War Z zombies a bit. Not like that crazy, but
Yeah.
they'll run and they're really strong now and aggressive, and they'll scratch the shit out of you. Or
Scratch.
claw. She said claw. They'll claw the shit out of you.
Just not threatening
They'll
at all.
claw you a little bit.
But the issue with it in season
Rawr.
1 that I kind of liked that they introduced was that when the walkers see each other, though, they'll kill each other.
That is good. Yeah.
I love
So
season
I
4.
like that. In season 2,
That's
though,
good.
they seem to
I
fix
love
it.
that shit.
I love season 4 of Walking Dead.
I mean, honestly, we're talking about scratches. The Crimson Heads and Resident Evil.
Favorite season.
oh,
Those are fucking brutal scratches.
only encountered like. Well, actually, I encountered a lot on our recent playthrough, but usually don't encounter a lot in that game. I usually burn those fuckers.
I was shocked when I was streaming Code Veronica and I found Crimson Hunters.
yeah, that was wild.
I didn't know they existed. That's insane.
You said you
That's
liked
what I want,
season
Walking.
4?
Yeah,
Or
The
the
Walking
what?
Dead. The Walking Dead.
I would love The Walking Dead introduced more than humans.
Well, season 4 is the season where they finally defeat the governor.
Yeah.
and then Herschel dies mid-season finale.
I love
And
that.
then they travel.
Yeah, I
to
loved when they
Terminus.
killed Herschel too.
It's crazy.
Very
Yeah.
graphic death.
I remember when they traveled to Terminus, and I was so pissed off with the episode A with how it ended, where he's like, what did he say? Oh, that they're screwing with the wrong people. And then there's
Right.
another version out there though where he says they're fucking with the wrong people, but like they couldn't air that on cable back then. But now they do. Like now they swear. Daryl swears in every episode, so it feels
Yeah.
more real.
Yeah, there's like
But
they're
back
allowed
then
to
it was just different, I guess.
during the length of. I know how the FCC works. During they have like a certain amount of things they can say throughout the season,
Yeah.
and there's a limit. So it's like, and it's almost like there is a point system for even swears, and like if you want to drop an F-bomb and keep your rating or whatever, it's worth more points than like shit or ass.
Yeah. Well, also in
What did I couple shit and ass?
no, in Walking Dead, the final season,
Yes.
Daryl says "fuck" in like one of the last episodes, but he says it like he claps though. He's just like "fuck" at the same time.
Claps that ass.
I know.
So it's like it kind of gets muted a bit, but you see him, he gets pissed off.
Yeah.
They censor that, but they leave in Herschel getting like a katana through his shoulder and
I know, and his
head
fucking
going
head's hanging and shit.
like Jesus.
It is
Priorities,
weird
I
that
guess.
they're allowed to go full gore. Wait, but why? It's on AMC, right?
Well, it's
Like they
that's
swore hard in
cable.
Breaking Bad
Yeah, I don't get that then.
Breaking Bad. Oh,
Iodo on
because they were on AMC. Oh,
never watched Breaking Bad.
You never watched Breaking Bad?
Watched it.
you should watch it, man.
No.
I watched Prison Break. That's the one I like.
Oh,
That was one of my first like real like adult
Yeah.
TV shows I kind of watched back in the day, where I started to watch more of the current thing out. No, I love how we went so far away from the Game Awards. We were talking about GTA originally.
oh
Somehow
yeah.
we ended up all the way over here.
And thank you for your question, Beth.
that's
I
what
hope
it
we
was.
answered it. And the ones who live, we're all just hyped for it. We'll
Yeah.
leave it at that.
Two more months.
Everybody's hyped. But to get
Trailer
back
next
into
week.
the Game Awards, there was no little guy saying Rabbi Bill Clinton. There's no child who came on stage and crashed it. But there was Gonzo, and that was fucking horrible.
Didn't someone say cock
puppet?
too?
Oh well,
Yeah.
the translator accidentally said X-cock. Hideo Kojima's translator. If you watch back the Game Awards, the translator one looked nervous, and two, Hideo said way too fucking much.
I know. He didn't give a shit about his translator.
No,
Like we were saying that, we were like, but the translator did a pretty good job. Like he actually repeated the whole fucking thing. But I mean, he was.
how do you know?
Yeah. Well, it seemed like it. Like he talked for a while.
Japanese.
He talked for a while. I don't know.
Yeah, Hideo Kojima spoke for about like a minute and 30 seconds, and this translator's like, just see him sweating.
I know.
And then when he repeated it back, he tried to say Xbox, and he's like, X-cock.
Now he leans into the mic. X-cock.
But he changed
Can't
it.
do that.
That's what he did.
That's what he did. Actually, okay.
You can't hold your hand like this.
See, my favorite moment of the Game Awards was Christopher Judge
Who's Gonzo?
calling out Call of Duty.
I was one.
That was the best. 'Cause
See?
people were actually pissed off about that.
I
online.
agree.
You were like, maybe we should cut this. That's more controversial than what we just did, because people are fucking pissed about what Christopher Judge said.
What happened?
He said that. What did he say
Big word.
exactly?
Huh?
What did he say exactly?
He said he was like, yeah, and my last year's speech, because he spoke for like 7 minutes, was longer than Call of Duty 3's campaign. And then everybody was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? And then he's like, I don't care. I don't want to be hired by them anyways.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
holy
Oh, yeah,
shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
That was trending.
that's all real. Like that's
it's
the
all
truth.
true though.
Their campaign is very short.
And Call of Duty players, because they're like, Call of Duty's the best game out there. And it's like, one, no, it's not. And two, Call of Duty is great. I like Call of Duty for what it is. But if you think 2 and 3 are not pretty much the exact same game and there's low effort into that shit,
Yeah,
you're living in La La Land, because those are the exact same fucking game.
it's almost as bad as those sports games. Where
I
they
know.
literally copy paste.
Yeah,
Call
it's
of Duty
getting
is just
really
shitting
bad
these out.
So, like, I would love if a Call of Duty game came out like every 3 years.
Yeah,
Take some development time, because you have 2 different studios. And like if one came out like into like, that's the thing, we're getting a Call of Duty every year. One's like made by Treyarch, then one's made like by whatever, who, Sledgehammer.
yes.
And
Yeah.
so that means they're getting 2 years of development time.
Now I will say I will love Warzone though. In
Warzone.
February.
Warzone 3.
Yeah, because Rick and Michonne are,
Oh.
are apparently supposed to be playable characters.
He's got bias. The game's gonna
So
suck.
that will be fun to run around as Rick.
What's your favorite portion of,
People.
of a Call of Duty? Favorite portion, zombies or?
well,
Well,
it depends.
zombies.
Like,
Yeah.
if we're talking about any of the Sledgehammer game zombies, no.
I mean,
No.
zombies hasn't been good since 2016.
Are you sure?
So,
You don't like Cold War?
No,
I
I mean, I'd
hated
like-
Cold War.
You don't
like
like
you know
liked
what?
it, but it's so
Cold War was all right. It was better than there's mechanics about it that are better than Black Ops 4.
right.
But when you go back to playing Black Ops 4, it does feel more like a Black Ops game.
Yeah,
It does, yeah.
Black Ops
So
4, I
it's
would rate like zombie mode above Cold
Black
War.
Ops 4 is
zombie
very
mode.
hard.
Cold War, I just think didn't take itself seriously enough. They really leaned into like, this is an arcade game. Look at the points above their head. Look at the health
Especially
bar.
the
Okay,
later
yeah.
maps were so like cheesy. Or like they felt like the other maps from the Warzone.
Yeah, they just and the maps were bland.
Yeah, they're reused multiplayer maps.
Yeah,
And
that's what I meant. Yeah,
the perks were shit. The way that they did them in
They
Cold
weren't-
War.
they weren't bottles; they were cans.
Well, that's not.
Well, like,
You know-
and there's no burps when you drank it.
Oh yeah, they lost some of the.
Well,
Some of the style.
I mean, it's
for me, it's more about the gameplay. Like the perks, you had to like level up, but like
like
a jug, I think you it didn't even matter because you could do something else. And then it's like the perks seemed kind of irrelevant to certain things.
the
I love the winter weapons in a game.
the zombies having
wonder.
point systems.
The render weapons.
The compass and the mini map, like why none of that needs to be in zombies.
I know, and one of the things that they should have changed about Black Ops 4, too many things on the fucking screen. Black Ops 4 is like, holy shit, you have this whole border around you of everything. And they kind of do the same thing in Cold War. And it's
Yeah.
like, the thing, Black Ops 3 Zombies
The best.
was my favorite.
So good.
Black Ops 1 is great for what it is, and I like the minimalist style, but Black Ops 3 had so many things where it keeps you coming back and it's fun. Because we have played that multiple times.
And you can go back and play the older maps on there. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's remastered.
It's-
So
it's
like,
in-
it just kind of has everything.
That's my top 5. For,
It is in my
For-
top 5.
we
It,
probably-
It has to be.
it has to be because just of how much time I put into that game with friends. Black
Yeah.
Ops 3, like even the multiplayer I played when it came out, and that's the Black Ops 3 I think would have been very successful multiplayer wise if they just did this one thing. It's because there were so many people who didn't like the jetpacks. I wish if they like it would have been so much better if they just included a classic mode where you couldn't wall run and use jetpacks.
You use jetpacks?
Yeah, in
Or
Black
is
Ops
that
3.
just wall running?
No, you can use jetpacks.
Mm.
Why don't I remember that?
Oh, yeah, those games, the wall running and Dead Ops.
Oh, Dead Ops 2.
Dead Ops is so fucking
Dead Ops 4 in 4 sucked. Or was it Cold War?
Cold
Dead
War,
Ops-
I think might have had it.
Maybe
Because
Cold
like
War.
you had to like run around this whole huge map and it fucking
I never
blew
experienced
ass.
the last level. You guys did. Though,
And I
'cause
hate it though because
I was cut off or something.
I forgot we were doing that.
No, I was cut off or something. I couldn't join your party or your game.
Yeah, I
I was loading
forgot
in.
about that.
And you guys were playing. I was like, fuck, I want to see the last level. But
what was it called? Outfield? Outbreak, right?
Outbreak.
Outbreak. I'm thinking of the band.
I know you can't
Um,
see me, but I loved Outbreak.
Outbreak was incredible.
What's going on with your camera?
It's so out of focus. Is it this light? No, it's turned off. But Outbreak, I played the fuck out of. I
Yeah,
loved
we
it so
got-
much.
I was so worried about that with
We
Outbreak.
should go and buy him a camera for Christmas. Then
I
you can
need
have-
OBSBot.
Well, Neil, we'll buy him an OBSBot camera.
I was so worried about Outbreak because it was fun, and I was like, they're going to. Because like traditional zombies players liked it. And I was like, okay, but it's just because it's an extra little thing that I didn't expect. It was just kind of a side mode to everything else that ended up being a lot of fun. But I was like, I know they're gonna go crazy with this, and they did. Now we have fucking Modern Warfare 3 zombie mode, and that's all it is. It's Outbreak on steroids now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, like it was fun just for a side thing. I don't want that to be zombies
It's
at
crazy.
all.
Like I almost hate that I guess more people liked it than we thought, and they just had to go with it on Vanguard. Unfortunate.
All I know is that the actual zombies community is screaming. Like we want what was 3.
Well, actually, there's been no good Easter eggs since Black Ops 4 has crazy good Easter eggs.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we've never done.
Well,
We're close, but
I think they need to pull back on the Black Ops. They went a little bit too hard on Black Ops 4.
Well, yeah, actually,
They're fucking ridiculous.
fucking shooting the planets.
yeah, we were shooting the planets, and we had to like.
That's
some of them were
cool.
hidden in the water.
Oh, and those crazy
Kind of.
boat things. The
That's
codes.
cool. It's just that the steps are really fucking long.
Yeah, like the clock stuff.
Like if it took you like I think one of the Easter eggs like minimum is like 4 to 5 hours to do. That's fucking long.
That boss fight in the boat ship or boat level is ridiculous. Whatever it was called, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
the
just a cruise
Titanic
ship or a.
The
Warrior,
Titanic.
That boss
boat.
fight's difficult.
Voyage of Despair.
Yeah, we almost beat
Yeah.
that. We were close.
I think Forrest got disconnected and we all died.
Oh,
I remember
fuck.
that. I remember.
This makes sense why we never played it again. We were so close, Forrest dies, and then we're like, oh fuck, because you need like everybody to have like a certain leveled up gun
Yeah.
and shit like that, and it takes a long fucking time. And when you put in fucking like 3.5 hours of work and then somebody gets kicked out and then you're a man down and you die, it's fucking discouraging.
And, and a lot of pressure when you're on alive.
The thing is, I bet you that was like one of the easier Easter eggs too on Black Ops 4 because it's like the smallest stage.
Wait, we
first
beat
stage.
one Forrest. Me and Christian.
Which one?
9 minutes.
9.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, we did. We were all there. Me and you, Christian.
Maybe I tried it. I don't
No,
know.
we played multiple times, multiple attempts. We beat it.
I don't remember doing a for that.
Was it a different stage on Oxford?
Do you remember, Christian?
We did. Forrest and I, or Brandon and I, tried 9.
We beat it. We did.
Because that
Wait,
Easter
yeah,
egg, there's a
I
lot
remember.
in there. I don't remember finishing it.
Yeah, we did.
I remember fighting the mammoths. Which one was that? Was that Black Ops 3? No,
The
that's what
I
it
think
was.
that's 9.
So-
So not Black Ops 9, but I
Black
think the
Ops
map
9.
9.
Yeah, so
we got our hands on Black Ops.
maybe
9.
you and I beat.
I don't know
the
what's wrong with
mammoth
you
one.
guys, but
I do
we
remember
did
the
beat
mammoth
it.
boss fight. thing.
Seriously,
I'm pretty sure the last boss fight in 9 is a big mammoth. So,
Yeah.
I remember it was crazy.
It was probably just that
or
one.
I think it's a big elephant.
Speaking of Easter eggs, though,
Oh, I do remember
Vanguard's
See?
Vanguard's Easter eggs are a joke. They're not Easter eggs. They're just missions.
Well, I was gonna say
Forrest.
because
I just remember now.
no, in Cold War it was pretty much like that. Like you would do something because for
Cold
Easter
War,
eggs,
yeah.
like you always have to go to Raffle Waffles and you
I
have to
know.
find out.
Hello, it's Mr. Waffle Waffles here.
Like his videos, like you don't need tutorials to do these Easter eggs.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
tell you.
Oh,
Go do this next.
one of my favorite clips was Christian. He's like, fuck, what do I do? And then he's like, he has the video paused and it's like, how do I fucking get this thing?
I'm like,
And it's like, oh fuck, what the fuck? And he's like, can you come help me? And then I go there and then it's like, what? And then I go, I got it. Well, what did you do? I laid down and he's like, oh, what the fuck? And then he had the video paused and he was trying for like half an hour. Then he presses play on the video. Yeah, you got to make sure to lie down. He's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, lie down, crouch. There you go.
There's a funny like toilet rough waffles.
Yeah, we said there's something with that. I don't. I
It
don't
was
know.
the
I don't know how we
Titanic
started it.
stage.
We're just cracking jokes about his tutorials. Pretty
But-
much.
And also, Christian and I have been listening to the full Black Ops 3 Zombies story. No, only just 3. The entire Black Ops Zombies story. And it's fucking wild. They taught, like, over the span of whatever amount of games, I think, does it end in 4? That's when the story, like, ends, right? Then it just branches off into a different weird story. But they talk for 6.5 hours. You got to remember that this is, like, these Black Ops stories are told through fucking radio messages. So it's like,
Yeah.
I want to give a round of applause for this guy who made this I said a round of applause, you assholes.
One guy.
There we go. A round of applause for the fucking work that guy put into the video. Because holy shit, you got to listen to every single voice recording to write your own script. It's wild.
Is it official or a fan made that?
Well,
A fan, but it's
Fan,
incredible.
like-
But it's an official story. Like,
Oh.
yeah.
the real story. And I also wanted to get into something. Okay, so this was just hilarious because I was on YouTube Shorts and there's these guys who do like they're called blatant reviews, right? And
Yeah.
they there's a meme or whatever. There's a fucking joke that everybody does because they always say like, oh, I gotta give the W to, and usually like they do a lot of things about Shaq, so it's always like gotta give the W to Shaq. So then it's always there. So then somebody wrote it, gotta give the W to Shaq. Then the next comment, did you not comment this like 6 times? And then somebody, for real, all the comments are just this. And then the next guy, these comments pop up more than this YouTuber mentioned Shaq. And then the guy, bro, I was the one who commented this first. Everyone is copying and he has more likes. And then then the other guy, you probably weren't the first to comment this, buddy. Yeah, and the joke is unfunny. I just did it because I'm bored and you get likes. Then somebody, that's kind of sad. The guy, yeah.
What the fuck?
His life is just falling apart.
Yeah, big art.
That's kind of sad. Yeah, I need the likes. I'm fucking. I was reading that. I was like, this poor man. And
Yeah.
I wanted to tell you guys something because growing up, we we dressed up for 2 movies. There was one where I drew the long straw, one where I drew the short straw. And I will include a picture of this for Christian, and I'll show you guys because you guys will get turned on by me.
Avengers?
I did dress up as the Avengers. Only all of them. Just a man with multiple personalities. No, I dressed up as the Avengers. Oh, no, I didn't dress up as the Avengers. I dressed up as the Hulk of the Avengers.
I was about to say that.
And somebody was Iron Man, and somebody was the rest of the Avengers. So I got to be the Hulk. I got painted green all over, ripped shorts, ripped shirt.
Okay.
But I went dressed as Catwoman for The Dark Knight because we were dressing up as the cast, and I had to dress up as Catwoman. Now, do not get horny as I show you this.
Warning.
Who the hell's beside you? Bill Clinton?
Just have like
That's Alfred.
just have like warning sign.
Yeah, Forrest has
I
to
saw his reaction.
See, I
Yeah,
didn't.
well,
I'll see everything.
you must see it.
Yeah, that's me. Horny.
You should like edit for us.
And I will send Christian that picture so you guys can see it, and you guys
In
can.
higher quality
I
than
got-
my camera.
I got hit on at the theater by guys. Now it's really funny because they came up and they're like, "Hey, nice costume. You're looking good." And then me, "Thanks, man."
Yeah.
I had sock titties, stuffed sock titties. I
Yep.
was wearing a cat suit. That's what it's called, like it's full
That used
body
to
suit.
happen to me all the time when I was skinny. I think now people know I'm a man just because they'll see how bigger now. But like when I was like skinny, I always got hit on. Everyone thought I was a fucking woman all the
You
time.
like no cock. People thought you were a girl.
What?
No, people thought you were a girl because like it wasn't big or anything.
I'm not walking around fucking naked.
Brandon, you didn't walk to Fabutan naked.
These are
Everybody
the
does
rules
that.
from the
No, I
MGS3.
didn't. Just kidding.
The fucking guy that grabs him and said, "Wait a second."
Yeah,
not-
that's how everybody tested for us.
Damn.
Yeah.
I also wanted to bring up something, just a funny little thing. But okay, Christian and I have become like, you know how girls say like their cycles meet up, like their periods, because they hang around each other for a long time.
Yeah.
Me and Christian talk and play games so much. Our fucking social media is
It's the
is
same.
syncing up because like we both woke up only together. We both woke up to play a video game, and then when we were playing, I was like, "Hey Christian, have you ever seen this video of this Russian guy and this bear?" And he's like, "I just saw that like this morning," and I was like, "Fuck, I just did."
Yeah.
There's this video of this Russian guy, and there's one's working out, and he's punching him in the stomach, and they have a bear in the background, like pushing on this tree to rock the tree, and they just have the bear working for him.
They're in the winter and it's
Damn.
it's very
That's just like
strange.
showing off.
Yeah, and then it's like I brought a couple things, and it's just like we both seen them the same time. It's like,
Like
fuck.
everybody's pumping iron in the woods.
Hilarious.
Damn.
And Final Fantasy VII.
Yep.
So excited. We got they showed, okay, for those of you, if you're watching and you like Final Fantasy VII and you watch the Game Awards, what they showed at the Game Awards wasn't the full thing that came out on the internet. So go watch that. At the Game Awards, they played a song and then they showed some video during it, right? But the trailer on the internet actually has like a minute more, and it's actually like of talking and dialogue and shit.
Oh.
And holy fuck, am I pumped. For those of you who don't know, Final Fantasy VII, one of the greatest games of all time. And in this one, Rebirth, so much shit that they're teasing. We got to see great characters, returning Vincent Valentine. Sid Highwind's going to be in there now.
Right, yeah.
And everybody is horny over Sid. It's like this big thing where the internet's like, holy fuck, this guy. But I'm more like, Vincent, fuck me, please. The hot vampire, fuck, give him to me.
So,
Outlast
Where-
Trials 2 on console.
Wait, two. They're just just releasing it soon.
I said it on console.
Oh yeah, so it's coming to console. That's really
Oh,
that's
okay,
pretty damn
sweet.
good.
so so Final Fantasy VII, the remake, like the whatever, kind of remake, I guess. Does that end where the 7th game ends? Because I was in the 6, so it's kind of
How they're doing it is that the game is just being broken up into 3 parts.
okay.
And the first game ended not even because when the original Final Fantasy VII came out, it came out on 3 discs. Now the original game, the first disc ended where I think this second disc is going to end.
Yeah.
So because it ended like at a big part in the game, which spoilers for Final Fantasy VII, Aerith died. That's where the disc ended, the first one.
Yes.
Now they show that, but once again, this remake isn't really a remake; it's a sequel because it's called remake because it's the same story, but they're aware of it. Like they're aware that what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much they're remaking the story
Oh, I see.
inside the game, and then Rebirth is supposed to be like now there's going to be whatever, and there's characters who are alive that didn't survive the first one. So now they're all wondering: is Aerith, who died in the first game from Sephiroth, who came down and stabbed her through the stomach, going to live?
I do like that it's a possibility. Like you don't know what's going to happen.
Exactly. You don't know. She could still die because the game is still following a lot of the same beats. Because even though they beat these people and the story can go which way, because one of the things was there's these ghosts that are they're called the Arbiters of Fate. They're trying to keep the story the same because they're pretty much like the Whispers are like the TVA. You know what I mean? They're trying to keep everything as it was. But the Whisperers are supposed to be like the fans because the fans didn't want a change. They wanted just a remake of the exact same game. But that's why and then at the end you fight the Whisperers so that you can create your own story. So that was funny. It's like we're battling you guys and we're going to be like, no, we're doing this. But the thing is, even though they still have free will, the first time that they did the story was free will. So they're still following a lot of the same beats.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean, but now some people are more aware of what's going on so that things can change, which is super cool. Very excited
So
about
who knows what's going to happen? I'm excited
I
for
played
it.
like 3 or 4 hours of the original Final Fantasy VII. I stopped playing Drama, but I did have a lot of fun with that.
Oh, I wish you finished it, man, because you can beat it. Well, I don't know. It's your first time playing, but you've played turn-based combat before, so you could probably get it. If you started playing that now, you'd probably beat it in like 25, 30 hours. We beat it in like 50 something hours. I can beat it faster, but if you play on the original version, it's slow. But if you play on the PS5 version, you can do ×3 speed and really run around quick.
Yeah.
I would just follow a guide. It took us way longer because we read the fucking thing out loud.
Yeah.
And that takes a fucking long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plenty of stuff.
So then if you did that, but then if you played the remake would be roughly the same amount of time because that game is like 60 hours to beat. The first part, which ends not even where the first disc ends, is like 60 fucking hours. If you did everything, it's like, wow. Oh. So then once this game is finished and this Rebirth is being released on 2 discs, the second game to do this. And it was like,
that's fucked up for like a current game.
You guys bought it? I mean, you got it come out yet?
It comes out in February.
Okay.
The second part. The other one was Red Dead Redemption 2. But the second disc was just game data you had to install before. But this one is like the second disc is actually containing story. So it's fucking wild that
it's pretty good.
This game's going to be huge and the graphics look amazing. I'm happy Christian played the original because he's understanding a lot of shit. And
I'll get it.
We're gearing up, man. This is fucking exciting. For those of you who don't know, I'm going to become an uncle in February and I'm fucking excited. So I'm having 2 babies in February. I'm getting my Rose baby. I'm becoming an uncle. That's baby number 1. And then Final Fantasy Rebirth comes out in February. My second baby.
I'm getting custody.
Yeah. He doesn't know, but I planted drugs in his house.
Yeah.
I'm getting the baby.
Apparently, there's going to be a live action Spider-Man Noir on Amazon.
I heard that.
That's a huge fucking deal.
And Noir's not going to be Peter Parker.
Spider-Man won
so
awards,
it'll be,
right?
Didn't won nothing, right?
No, it won 0 awards.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Which people are pissed off about, but
hey, there's better games out there. Yeah. I understand why Baldur's Gate 1. I've seen my mom play it. That game is like limitless. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, I have issues with it, but people I know that are, or not know, but watch and stuff, like, they've all said, like, oh, it deserves it and everything.
Spider-Man
and I'm
4
like,
won Game of the Year, right?
Huh?
Probably.
Spider-Man for
2018. Well, actually, it might have been
I don't think
God
it
of War.
did.
I don't think it
It
did.
won 2018. God of War?
God of War, yeah.
Oh.
Probably God of War.
Yeah.
But Spider-Man, like,
I did see a list of the last decade and God of War was on there.
And Zelda Breath of the Wild.
yeah, probably.
Sekiro won Game of the Year. Just fucking
Sekiro did,
crazy.
yeah.
Last year?
Damn, really?
No, it was a couple
no.
years, whatever that
19,
was.
18?
Last year was...
Not 2018.
Elden.
Yes, but to go back to Spider-Man Noir on Amazon, I am looking forward to it. Just like the Fallout series. Did you guys see in the Fallout trailer, just a little quick segue, it was really funny because they're like, from the people who brought you The Boys and 2-day free shipping. I laughed at that. That's a fucking hilarious
didn't.
joke.
I
Hilarious.
didn't get the joke. I was like, what, like kind of like Amazon
Because it's
bullshit
Amazon.
is the 2-day free shipping? Because that sounds like a title of a TV show that's just some nonsense, like a comedy.
No.
So
The
it's
trailer
like,
does
okay.
look really good though. I haven't seen it, or I saw it during the Game Awards, and I'm hyped for it. Holy fuck!
Right?
I thought it was just like, oh, whatever. We'll see. And then I watched it, and I was like, holy shit! Everything is so well done, and it reminded me of like, I know so much about that fucking story. I was so obsessed with Fallout for like years. Then 76 just like pissed me off. Holy fuck, was I pissed
We
off?
played a good amount of it. Like, yeah, it
76 just seemed unfinished. Like there was so much more they could have done. It just seemed like
Power
an
suits were
unfinished game.
so fucking hard to get originally. There's no NPC anywhere. It was so cool that we can play online, like an open world, but like
Boys,
that got old
It
fast.
was pretty bad. Pretty bad.
I just to go back, excited. I am excited to play multiplayer on GTA with the boys. Everybody hop in a car.
Pretty good.
If there is way more, because in GTA 5 there was like heists that you
Yeah.
could do, and that was pretty much it. But I want like a shit ton of missions to do, a
Did it-
lot of variety to do online.
They eventually did get that, and like now they have a bunch of
Well,
missions.
Fallout's
you can
pretty
do.
old. Damn.
Well, but there's like set up for heists and shit like that. Like that's how you get like your bulk of the money. But I just want like almost if there's like a multiplayer story mode, that would be cool. Or
Yeah,
imagine
like
if
5.
there like imagine if there was a choice where you could play the story multiplayer.
Oh yeah, co-op.
Because like if they could do it, like if all the missions contained
Yeah.
the same person.
Yeah. Well, like I think the way it works in GTA 5 is like I think one of us had the file, the story mode.
Or online story mode.
For
Yeah.
online story mode, and then Christian would just join me, and then we would just do story there.
Yeah.
And it's amazing because you just get a bunch of shit. I bought like that apartment there and all that, and it's like apparently you're gonna be able to go into more buildings and stuff in this game now.
I'm just clamoring for more multiplayer games, man. Like I want so many co-op story games.
Yeah.
There's so much fun and there's so much better. Like It Takes Two was one of the best fucking experiences
A Way Out
I've
was
had.
The Way was my favorite one.
A Way Out? A Way Out was great.
That's my
Christian and I played
favorite
that.
co-op game ever.
But that's made by the same guy who plays It Takes Two. Wait, plays. Made It Takes Two, Joseph Ferris,
person, yeah.
which I was also excited about at the Game Awards because they announced another remake of one of his games,
Yeah.
Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. Hellblade Sussuna was announced. That's fucking amazing. Number 2, that game's awesome. That game, it was what was it called? I don't know, but it was a Souls-like game. I just can't think of the name right now. It was really cool.
The Black Myth Wukong.
No,
Rise of the
Wukong
Ronin.
looks cool. No, it wasn't Rise of Ronin. That was another cool one.
Yeah.
That was made by Team Ninja. It was. We talked about it before. It was like Raisin, or something like that. If you write in like Souls-like game, video game awards, you'll find it. But yeah, so there was that. But to get back to what we were talking about with the Fallout series, very excited about Walton Goggins. He's playing the Ghoul.
Nice.
When I say it, I skipped in real life.
Do you remember that kid when we were kids? Remember he would be
What?
like, he would say something like,
Oh yeah.
he would say something, and afterwards he would have to repeat it, but like whisper it.
To me 2 times.
So he'd always ask if like we wanted to play marbles. And
It
we'd be
sounded like he was undercover, but he was a really bad spy.
yeah, we still say that. We were just like,
Oh,
are you like whispering into like a mic or something? Like,
Yeah,
It's like-
he's just a narc for
Like,
drugs.
do you want to play ball? And he's like, do you want to?
yeah, it was
Holy-
just like,
Why'd
he
you make him
whispered.
like little Jigsaw?
No,
oh, that's literally what he sounded like.
He
It was
whispered.
crazy.
Do you want to play a game?
He would say the same thing again, but whisper it.
Remember, he was over.
OCD, maybe?
We had a few
Creepy.
other people that were over,
Yeah, it could be.
and then remember that guy broke into that truck
That's right.
right
Brandon could
outside
be
our
right.
house.
A little bit, yeah.
Could be
yeah.
OCD.
Yeah, you remember that?
Oh, like he has to
'Cause,
say
like,
it afterwards.
Yeah, like some people like have to flick the light switch a certain amount of times. If people open their wallet a certain amount of times. It's
Yeah.
funny. My brother has it. That's all. It's just I'm just exposing. That's everything he does. You were talking about something. Oh, Spider-Man Noir.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, we go on tangents. Spider-Man Noir. Yes, I'm very excited for that story. That story's fucking dark. The story about Spider-Man.
I actually
Noir.
don't know the story at all.
I think it takes place in Nazis.
I-
Spider-Man Noir is a dark
I
story.
just hope it can like be similar to Sin City because that art style, everything about that was amazing. It looked like a comic book.
Sin City's fucking awesome. And like how they made the guy's
good.
face look unnatural, like Mickey Rourke's face
Yeah.
in Sin City, and
Even Frodo, whatever that actor's name was.
Odo.
Frodo.
Oh
Lord of
yes,
the Rings.
Elijah Wood.
Elijah Wood. Yeah, he looked creepy as fuck in that.
And
As he was dying, he just has the same smile and like stare.
Those like crazy blue eyes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there was, yeah, I know that was cool in the story.
Yeah.
Like there was people who had like blue eyes, and even though everything was like black and white, and there was some color, their eyes were like a beautiful color.
Yeah.
And there was also who was in that movie? I just had Benicio del Toro. He was the cop who gets killed by the hooker, and like he had like the gun in his head, and the guy's hallucinating, and it's like his head would be moving, and he'd talk because his neck was slit, and then he'd come down and he'd be like, fucking awesome.
Damn.
Love Sin City. That was directed by Robert Rodriguez with help from Frank Miller. Frank Miller was acclaimed comic book writer. He wrote one of the best stories for Daredevil as well as The Dark Knight. He wrote The Dark Knight Returns.
Like I'm impressed Robert Rodriguez even did that because I only know him from season or Boba Fett, and I'm not impressed with that.
He made Machete.
He did, and he made I guess
He made-
bad comparisons. I was gonna say Spy Kids,
He made Spy Kids.
but
He made Planet Terror.
what's the weird movie that's attached to Spy Kids? Same universe.
Machete.
That was Machete. Okay, yeah, that is weird. It's fucking strange.
And Planet Terror. Remember we watched that? Zombie movie with Bruce Willis.
Gun leg lady.
Gun Leg Lady. That was Robert Rodriguez. He made also Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Yeah, that was a really good one. So I don't know what happened to Boba Fett, but he's
Well,
a
he
good
also directed some episodes of Mando.
actor. Okay.
So what do you guys think of the Game Awards overall? And like the
I know you have a
Who
very
won?
differing opinion.
I
will
liked it a
tell
lot.
everybody that
'Cause-
I love the Game Awards, and just because your game didn't show up at the Game Awards doesn't mean it sucks. If there is 4 games that you see at the Game Awards that you would want to play, that's fucking amazing. If you see one game, that means you have something to look forward to where you could play 60 hours worth, and that's still good. But there was 4 games I was excited for. Not only that, the Game Awards itself is whatever. They really treat some awards as really secondary and brush over them, which is okay. Tons of game announcements. Some games I was a little bit excited for. Some games fucking fully rock hard for. And
There was barely any like cringe moments, like
except for Gonzo.
Sometimes
There was a
there's
few, Christian.
see there was
Muppet.
Gonzo.
what the general consensus that people think is that it's been this is like one of the worst ones in years.
Really?
And it's because, and I do agree, because of like after I was over, I was like, well, there was some stuff. There was no big game that was announced. And there was just a lot of that, but also they brushed past a lot of awards. Like best indie game was just like an announcement where he just kind of read it really fast. That one in the past has been more like celebrated because that's a big thing with the Game Awards. Like these are like, it's the Game Awards, and so they'll celebrate indie developers and all that. And also it's becoming more Hollywood now, where they're like, Keanu Reeves was a big part of Cyberpunk, so that made sense. But Vin Diesel, like that, I don't understand that. That was just like, what the hell?
Was that last year?
Yeah. And then this year they had Timothy, whatever his name is.
Vin Diesel is like the main character in Arc 2.
Yeah, like that. Maybe that makes more sense. No, but like a lot of the complaint is like we should be having like just like imagine if you had like the voice actor for like an older game that was more legendary, like back in the day, and he was announcing Game of the Year or this and
I
that,
see,
celebrating those. Like that's what it should be.
Like I know it was a big thing, but personally, I like the pace that they were going at. Yeah, the way I see it is they bring on these people more to entice sponsors so they can keep the Game Awards going.
That's what they're
And
saying.
more
that-
people,
like,
but that's
what
fine.
the issue is. That people are
But,
now. It's
As
like,
long as Steve Colbert doesn't show up, you know what I mean?
There was a shit ton
It's
of,
the point
but
where he
there
goes too
was
far.
there was a shit ton of voice actors.
Yeah.
that's what I mean, though. That's where it's kind of like trending into that direction, where it's like they're like it's like it seems like it is just becoming more and more Hollywood, just because of sponsorships and like you in order to like you know pay for all of this, you need to get certain
And
people
like,
there.
YouTubers are
You
there
need
now.
to show certain things, like esports, best fighting game, all of that. None of that was like celebrated. It was just a thing that he just mentioned really quick, and it was just like there were so many little things where they could have cut out so much shit to showcase some of
Same
that.
with Zelda. It wasn't really talked about.
And like
Well, it's a huge game.
it's just kind of insane because in the
Massive.
past, like Reggie would be there. There was all these people that would come up on stage, and like they're just sitting in the audience. And I'm like, man, there's so many legends, like game legends.
Well, I know, but they can't showcase everybody. And just like Zelda didn't win a big award.
Hideo Kojima, that was really amazing. The
Exactly.
PT
So
door.
that's what I mean. There's a ton of video game people who showed up. So it's like,
That's
but
pretty
it
much
was
it,
also
I'd say.
3 hours.
Yeah.
So it's like, and a lot of that time, that's the thing. You got to remember with these sponsors and with these celebrities and everything, Like, look at E3. It dead. It's dead.
Did.
You know why? Because you need shit like that because you want people to be like, okay, a ton of people are watching this. This is a good place to show my AAA game. If you don't have that shit, they're not going to do it.
I think the issue is though, is all the big celebrities that were there, their games are kind of shit. Like I think most people are excited about like Black Myth Wukong, the big game, and it was literally just a world reveal. That was it. And I just feel like they can.
Well, I know,
change
but
it
it's not a place to come up and be like talk, but just come up and talk about a game.
See,
Well,
one complaint I can have, if I may, is that
No,
there are far too many anime games in there.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot, and they all like kind of blended together eventually, and it was just like, what is this? I know the Persona series is pretty good. I watched one play it years ago, but there's a fuckload of anime games.
well, I know, but it's also, I do. Yeah, there is a lot of games that look the same, but you know that's what they are, and you want those games are what entices people to be there and shit like that. And yes, there are. Who knows? Maybe they pay for a slot. I have no idea how it works. But
You got to lower your expectations for the show. It's not the most amazing thing ever. I really liked it. Mine were not really. I wasn't expecting Elden Ring DLC, but I wanted it.
exactly.
But I didn't. I
Well,
wasn't
that's the
expecting
thing though.
it.
Is like last year
So,
we
who's down here?
got like the Spider-Man reveal with Venom, Wolverine. There was a bunch of shit that they announced.
You got a Blade
like,
reveal. That's
there
pretty fucking awesome.
Like, well,
Yeah,
that game,
exactly.
That game seems like it's lower quality though.
Really?
So I don't know.
Really?
It doesn't seem like it's like a AAA game.
Made by Arcane Studios. They had one miss, but they do big hits. Like that looks
Yeah, like-
exactly like whatever the fucking Deathloop, and Deathloop was amazing.
Oh yeah. What do we think about Hideo Kojima's ODM? And
That-
His OD.
his
What do you
OD.
think of his overdose?
What do you
That
think? Is it W or
I'll
no?
check out the reviews for that. We'll see
It
though.
sounds enticing.
That is absolutely code when the face is saying like the purple dinosaur ate the chicken.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck was they were saying. All of that is code. Like take the first letter and it spells out something. Someone's probably decoding it right now.
I
Hideo
know
Kojima would do that.
he's fucking smart. Like there's that game to look forward to. There's Wukong. There's the God of War DLC.
Prince of Persia was shown. We didn't talk
Prince
about
of
that.
Persia was shown.
Double Seven should have
Although
been.
that
Rise
was
of the
more
Ronin.
Of course, in Double Seven should have been mentioned there.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I
the
don't
2D
think
one's still
I
cool.
didn't show yet.
What? There was another DLC announced. What was it?
God of War.
Yeah, but there was another one.
In terms of DLC,
It was
that's all I
another
was
big
really-
game DLC that was announced. The people are still recovering after strikes and COVID and shit like that, and it's like it's just a lull year, so there wasn't big reveals, but there was still. I still think there was big reveals. I think the Team Ninja game was a big reveal. The God of War DLC was a big reveal. Other games that I've already said, Final Fantasy VII. That there was a huge reveal in that.
And
So what do you think of the general awards? Like,
I think they need to spend some more time on giving awards. I think more people need some recognition than they gave. But then
Yeah.
again, you want more reveals.
I just want better reveals.
Well, there's not that many better. Like, there's a couple big studios. Like
If there's none, then it just makes the year not that great compared to previous years, which is fine.
think if they showed Undertale at the Game Awards, nobody would have gave a fuck.
yeah, that's what we were talking about actually. If they showed Lethal Company, which we like a lot, we probably would have went, yeah. I
Exactly,
guess maybe.
but that means there's a lot of games that
could
were
be
shown
good,
like that have graphics like that and shit, and they could be great games.
Phasmo too.
We just don't know, but it just because it's not a sequel or a remake or a studio, it still could be a good game.
I like it just because if with E3 gone, this is all we have.
Is it really gone E3? Or
Pretty
like,
much.
Ours just like I know it's pretty dead.
This kind of replaced it, and with
E3
like
same
is
with, like-
fucking dead.
Not San Diego Comic Con. Those are still pretty good.
yeah,
Right.
Comic-Con's
And New York Comic Con's pretty good.
one last thing I want to bring up.
Oh, I want to bring something up too.
Oh, okay. Quickly, Mando season 4 is likely going to be a movie. Not
Ooh, I like that.
because the
Switch it up.
last season got lower viewership, and they're like, "Fuck it, movie time."
Yep.
And I'm all for it. Let's do it.
I'm all for it.
Then
Give
the-
us a more compact
The
story.
main guy's not being there, and he's not going to be there though.
They better hire Pedro. And
Well, he
give him
probably
all the
will
money.
be
Might
if it's a
be-
movie.
He might be now because it's a movie. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
because it's something different. You'd be like, I'll be
The
there.
budget's going to be bigger.
Yep.
Well, it's going to probably be roughly the same, but it's going to be
Dave
for a
Filoni?
2-hour movie instead of for like many hours.
Dave Flynn's making it too.
Yep,
right?
Dave.
He has to be, right?
Dave Filoni.
Likely. I bet they're going to bring back Carlo Esposito's character, Moff Gideon.
Yeah, George Lucas.
Even though
like
he's died
Moff.
twice.
George Lucas can
No,
definitely
no,
help in
it's
the
gonna
movie. It's just a movie. It's not a series.
Well, do you think it's going
Like-
to be entangled with the Thrawn storyline and all that shit?
No, it can't. It takes place. Well, actually, fuck. I don't know.
Don't they take place?
I don't know because they're making Ahsoka season 2. Actually, it's so like okay, spoilers.
Ahsoka
At the end of
is
Ahsoka these nuts. At the end of Ahsoka season 1, although the main Ahsoka and Sabine are in a different galaxy, they fucked off. They can't do anything in the main galaxy right now.
not- okay.
So it would just be Thrawn. So maybe, but they'd have no personal relationship. So
It should be a movie soon.
Please
too.
bring up about Anakin just
that
being
too.
like, fuck those kids. I love when you...
yeah. I know that we gotta watch that. We gotta do a live reaction at some point. That was so
But you
ridiculous.
killed those kids. You're still on about that.
Like it was the face he gave. Like is that what this is about? And then he walked.
You
Like,
really
you
care about
are-
those kids?
You aren't over that yet. I'm good now.
That was years ago.
It was
still
30
thinking
years of
about that shit?
genocide.
But I wanted to get into was Christmas movies. It's Christmas time, and it's time. Look at that motherfucker. He's loving it.
Yeah.
And Forrest said he's been watching. Wait, who's been watching a Christmas movie?
I haven't.
Christmas says you're Christmas. Forrest has been watching a Christmas movie every fucking year, and I just wanted to get into. Wait,
Every
holy
fucking
shit!
That's not a big
It's just
thing.
one.
One movie
We all
a
do that.
year, baby. And I wanted to get into like what are
Also-
some of the movies you're watching?
Well, right now it's a lot of the classics. We're saving the 2018 Grinch for Christmas Eve because the kids just love that movie and it's of their time, so whatever.
Benedict Cumberbatch's Grinch.
Is it worth watching?
No.
No.
It's just
It's
like
trash.
it's not our time. Like
Okay. Jim Carrey's better.
when my kids are like our age, they're gonna fucking love that movie going back. It's just a nostalgic thing.
That Grinch is just very like modern, and it's made by Illumination, and it's and like there's some like
Yeah.
they made the Mario movie, which you guys liked, but Illumination is just very like
Yeah, I see.
the Grinch. He's wacky, but he's not like fucking like
It doesn't
a
have
menace.
that. Yeah, there's a certain sense of humor that I appreciate.
See, it's
Jim
hard for
Carrey's
me now
version.
because there's so many moments in that movie that I'm just like I love, and I think they're just like iconic. But it's only because me and the kids just experiences with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that makes sense. They're your kids. You got
Yeah.
memories you're building with them. It's nice.
We
Watch
saw the movie
Wishmaster.
twice in theaters too.
That's kind of Christmassy.
Wishmaster, not Christmas.
Oh, that's what I wanted to watch though was Die Hard. Everyone
Fuck
says it's
yeah.
a Christmas movie. I've never watched it.
Christmas.
I love, yeah. Hey, if you think about it, it took place on Christmas, and people's Christmas was going to be ruined. So John McClane saved Christmas for those people.
Is Harry Potter a Christmas movie?
It is.
You know what?
Because they
Well,
have that
I don't
section.
think
Which movie is one?
I don't think it's a Christmas. It does have a Christmas scene,
They have an amazing Christmas song. I don't
but
know.
I do think that it is a movie to watch during the fall and Christmas season.
Yeah,
Okay.
I watch it for some reason every November.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's around then.
All right.
Because I think most of the movies take place in fall and snowy
Yeah, like
time.
school starting, and then there's,
Snowy
like,
time. Because I said winter.
We need-
I said snowy time.
there's some movies that I want to watch. Like I want
wanna
to
watch
watch
Home
The
Alone
Miracle
3.
on
Home Alone
Almost.
3.
I want to show the kids those ones. I don't know if they'll like them.
Home Alone 3?
I haven't watched that one yet. It's a classic. Not as good as the original.
Well, I don't think it's a classic. I know. You know what?
Well,
Home Alone 3, I watched the most as a kid.
really?
Wow.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it, but I know.
I love that movie as a kid because the kid had like a little fucking remote control car and he fucking. But there's a weird thing where he keeps slamming his dick in the toilet seat.
What the
And I'm
fuck?
like-
really?
Yeah, it's like
remember
the
that.
toilet seat's up and then he's pissing and then it falls and he just screams. And it's like, how is your dick getting caught in this toilet
Yeah,
seat?
That's classic humor right there.
Man, one of the movies that we watched when we were kids is a comedy with. So it's the main character from Meet the Fockers. Who's that guy? And Zoolander.
Robert De Niro?
Zoolander. That guy.
Oh,
Ben
Ben
Stiller.
Stiller.
Ben Stiller. There's a thing where it was like a romantic comedy or some shit where he zips up his zipper and it gets caught and he's like,
Oh, yeah.
and he's
Something
was
About
that Meet the
Mary?
Fockers?
That was something about Mary.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that stuck in my mind. So no more jeans.
I remember he zipped it up and then somebody saw it in the movie.
That happened.
And
to
then
me
they say,
once.
how did you get the beans over the Frank? So his balls were over.
What?
No, that happened to me once when I was 5 or 6.
Oh,
I
you
got a
your-
wrench stuck in my balls.
Aw.
What?
Well, it was a little green. It was a green toy. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I was like 4 or 5.
You know what you're doing.
I don't remember this.
It reminded you. Told,
Remembers dick and balls.
I
What
was
we
just
talking
like, I just remember freaking out and crying, and then my
Yeah.
dad had to like
No,
We
no.
went from Christmas movies
No.
to Forrest Gump and Wrench.
We need more Christmas movies. Like we need another Santa Claus. But to bring it back, one thing I want to mention is that when that last Home Alone movie we watched was trash. The more modern one that just came out.
Oh, yeah.
Have we ever talked about it in the podcast? The villains in the first movie are like the wet bandits, as one of them calls them. And this one, they are like regular people just they're struggling to get by. And you feel for them. And they're getting punished by this stupid kid. And the kid's made to be evil. He's like
I know,
one
I
guy,
remember
he has
that.
his prized possession. He found $1, sells it. He sells it on eBay and he's like, this is gonna, like, we can finally pay off our mortgage. The kid steals it. And then they're like, they want to get it back from his house. And that's the premise.
Yeah,
They
'cause
need it
You fucking
to
hate
survive.
the kid.
It's
But,
like,
which is
fuck
like
yeah.
the
What the
weirdest
fuck
shit.
is this movie?
It's so bad.
No, I say you want to punch that kid almost.
I laughed at one joke. It was a fart joke.
I don't
Remember they're
that.
climbing over the gate?
Oh,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
fuck, why'd I
yeah.
laugh at that? But I did. I can't help it.
I'm so disappointed in myself.
Yeah, no.
But yes, Christmas movies in today's age, obviously gonna watch Gremlins soon. I like to watch that closer to Christmas. Like December 20th, I am tuning the fuck into, or maybe 22nd or 23rd, I'm tuning the fuck into Gremlins. Do a watch party?
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Also, watch party for Krampus. Gotta
Krampus.
watch it.
Yeah.
It's a classic now.
And we got to that fucking old German lady in the movie. She's like, Krampus. She says puss.
And Home Alone 3 watch party.
That's right.
Yeah, we can watch Home
I haven't
Alone
watched
3.
it for Home 3 yet, so.
What's funny is my daughter is scared of Home Alone, like my youngest daughter, scared of the parts with the wet bandits, and then
Weird.
but she wants Tales from the Crypt on all the time.
What
Weird.
were they called in the second movie? They weren't the Wet Bandits.
Bandits.
Sticky Bandits.
Really?
Because he covered his hand in tape and he would put it. Well, they weren't actually. It was like a short joke, but he covered his hand in tape and sticks it in like the pot that Santa has on the street with Santa's donations, and all the change sticks to his hands. Through the Sticky Bandits.
Oh, do you remember that scene where like a kid chucks a brick at the guy's fucking head?
Murder.
Well, there-
I know.
That's
It happens 3 times, like 3 times in a
Really?
row. He throws it once,
Ow.
hits him, and then he's like, "Oh, whatever, this and that," and then he throws another one, and then tells his name. There's Marv and
Marvin.
Joe Pesci.
Marvin.
Harry.
Harry.
Harry dodges, and then the brick hits Marv again. And then the third time, he's like, "Oh, that's gonna be it." And then he throws another one, and I'm just like, "Holy fuck!" Like he would be dead.
Yeah, it's a
Well,
murder.
There's by the Corridor Crew. They do on YouTube. It's Home Alone R-rated, and it's like what would really happen if they use this shit.
Yeah.
And if you watch that, like he makes him slip on ice. He shoots him with a fucking gun in the head. He fucking makes a nail go through the guy's foot and fall down the stairs, and it hits him in the head with a fucking iron. He uses a blowtorch on the guy's fucking head.
Like he could have been set on fire.
And he fucking slipped on Legos. Oh,
I know. Yeah.
that would hurt.
Fuck.
That's like the
It was marbles.
that's like so
actually.
fucking
and he
normal.
stubbed his fucking toe.
You know?
And he got
but-
upset.
Yeah. Spiders.
But in recent years, I really like the Christmas Chronicles.
What's that?
Oh, I haven't been able to. I can't watch that.
Watch it.
What's wrong with it? What is it?
Sad.
It's like, don't they lose their parents or something?
Their dad dies, but that happens in a lot of movies.
Yeah, I can't watch that.
Is that a comedy?
It's a nice Christmas movie. Well, it turns out to be nice, but Kurt Russell is Santa Claus.
Okay.
And it's about these 2 kids. They lost their dad, and the mom's like busy all the time, and these kids are acting out, as fucking kids who lose their parents do, and teenagers. And they eventually they're supposed to stay up, and Santa actually shows up, and then they lose, and they got to help Santa because they can't find the reindeer. And at the end of the movie, you find out like Santa just did this all to like make them realize that they're okay. But they help him deliver fucking presents. They save Christmas, and then there's a second one. Watch Christmas Chronicles. Fucking Kurt Russell as Sexy Santa is
When was this made?
2019, 2020.
Yeah.
Santa?
We got next week. We got to take a deep dive into the Santa Claus movies and talk about every fucking
Talk-
one.
Santa Claus movies, I recently
bizarre it is.
realized I can't let the kids watch. I
Why?
put it on because we're gonna watch it, and
Is it no good?
no, they just talk about the fact that Santa might not be all the time. And they're like, "Well, you can't believe it." Stuff like that. I'm like, "Holy shit!"
I guess that
And I
kind
looked it up
Yeah, but-
online, and everyone online says, "Yeah, do not let your kids watch this." Like,
We watched it.
Yeah, I
that's
know.
what I know. I don't.
Well,
and I still
because
believe in him.
at the end of the day, he's real.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
But
in
it's
the
just-
movie.
But like,
Obviously.
it introduces
real,
the
right?
idea that he
Summer
might not
Santa?
be. And like my kids right now, they think he's just impressive.
And that should
There's
never
no
change.
doubt
Yeah,
at
watch
all.
her.
No, it
Have her
should
watch the
change.
movie when she's 10.
That should never change.
I mean, it's funny because like they kill Santa in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah,
I know.
but like we watched it.
You know what? The one thing you guys have probably never watched, if you did, holy shit,
Hmm.
is Angela's Christmas on Netflix.
Angela.
The kids love it. It's actually a really good story. It's a very, very the music. It's like a classic Christmas story. It's like set 100 years ago or something, and it's a very, very short story. It must be 30 minutes that movie, or not even a movie.
The latest shit
Maybe a
movie.
little bit
Oh,
longer.
wow.
But basically, it's just this little girl steals baby Jesus doll from this
Okay.
church or whatever, and then she's just like taking care of the baby. But now they're scared because this is back during like if stole something really bad would happen.
Mm.
And so it's just kind of a lesson of that. And yeah, it's a very good story.
Yeah.
I just laughed because
That's a
you
pretty good movie.
you didn't elaborate at first, and you're like, they stole baby Jesus. And I was like, damn, they stole the baby Jesus.
It's actually an hour long, not half an hour for us to watch the whole movie.
Maybe it's an hour long. I don't know.
You didn't watch the whole movie.
We got to get into next time. Yes, we got to do a lot more Christmas stuff. Remember, Christmas episode. Prepare Christmas topics.
We talk about Krampus and how disturbing the monsters are. I said that poorly, but we can talk about it later. But yeah, one movie I've always wanted to watch, Christmas related, was Miracle on 31st Street.
Yeah.
Because I like the premise that you've got like he's like going to jail or some shit.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, he's like in courtroom for some reason. I don't know what's
We
happening.
can watch that before next
yeah.
episode.
Gotta know.
We're talk about it.
A Christmas Story.
I gotta know.
There's a lot of movies.
Christmas
What's-
Story
you know what?
is okay for what it is. It was never like my favorite movie.
Oh, you know what? That reminds me. Really horrible fucking Christmas movie I hate.
Yeah, really. You
We
hate
said
it
like
now?
So
time.
fucking
People love
bad.
that movie.
I haven't seen it since I was
I
a
love
kid.
it.
There's like certain movies that tell me a lot about who you are as a person for your favorite Christmas, and they always suggest like A Christmas Story, Home Alone, Elf, and then there's something else. And people who say Elf, I'm just like,
Rory.
can't be
Elf
What
is
inspired the
amazing.
Simpsons?
I like.
like,
Wasn't it a Christmas movie? Expired.
you know what it is? It's Will Ferrell. I just not a fan.
Oh, well, I don't know. I don't mind Elf. I don't think I put it on myself. I don't.
That was
I'd have to rewatch it.
I'm really feeling Christmassy. Start rhyming. We need more Christmas songs too.
Oh, yeah,
Not just people doing rendition of Christmas songs. Like I swear, like the last big Christmas song was Mariah Carey's, and that was like in fucking the 90s.
yeah,
It's all we need.
which is like
Well-
number one again on the Billboard charts.
Yeah.
I love listening to Michael Bublé's Christmas music, but once again, he's just doing songs people already did. I want a new Christmas hit.
Mariah Carey's that's not a recent song. That's like an older one.
Yeah.
That's from the 90s.
Yeah.
Really?
man.
That's always been around.
All
Yeah.
I want for Christmas.
That's crazy.
That song's really
One great Christmas movie is the one with Arnold, the toy that he has to get
Oh,
for his
yeah.
kid.
Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way. Love that movie.
We need Turbo Man. Get this Turbo Man.
Let go of that cookie, or whatever the fuck he says. Give me that fucking cookie.
I'm guessing next
Put the cookie down.
Oh, that's what he says.
next pod we'll probably be talking about our favorite Christmas movies and
Yeah.
Christmas memories and stuff like that. I'm
We'll make-
assuming.
Mistletoe.
Heavy Christmas. Mistletoes all over. So many. You walk into my room, mistletoes everywhere.
Christian strategically trying to plan for us all to.
You walk throughout the house, and there's like mistletoes in certain areas.
Christian, how'd that get there?
I'm like standing by the hallway, just
Okay, that will be it for the Empty Minds for this week episode. I always do this, like fucking throwing the sun up. So thank you all for coming to the 23rd episode of the Empty Minds. I forgot to say like and subscribe at the beginning. Please follow us, like, subscribe. We have no social media, but maybe we will one day if you guys show interest. So you can find me at twitch.tv/Big
Say
Budge.
find a me.
find
You can find me at the twitch.tv/Big Badge. And also on the John Odds YouTube channel. You can find me there sometimes. And later, we're just finishing up Sekiro. You're not going to see this because we're going to be done it. But then we're going on to bigger and better things. So thank you so much.
You can find me on John Odds and Bobbity.
Me on John Odds.
Yeah, Bobby 1-888.
Yeah.
2 8s.
Chris, I know
Fuck.
I know to screw up on the title. on
Why is it
YouTube.
always?
Chris,
Okay.
you screw up on the title in the
Oh, yeah.
videos.
Yeah,
Put
no,
like 318.
you should add an 8. So it's all is right in the world. He's like, this is a third podcast in a fucking row. I've said triple eights.
You get fine playing double seven.
We've ended the last 3 podcasts with correcting him. Because he keeps
fuck-
saying 3-8.
lethal injection. Lethal company. You can find playing Lethal Company and
Yeah. You can find me at twitch.tv/John Odds and on YouTube as John Odds.
with Bobbity 188.
And
And Big Budge.
Yeah, you
And,
can find
yeah.
me on Appetite for the Dead or on Twitch.
On Appetite.
Oh.
for the Dead.
yeah, and we should also mention we have a TikTok. We've had a TikTok for months now called Fields Apart. And that's where a lot of shit gets posted.
Yes.
Oh,
I forgot
actually,
about that.
Things
Actually.
get
should-
dumped on there.
we should like rename that to like Empty Minds or just
No. I like.
Well,
know,
because
I
it's also
wasn't-
for gaming content.
Yeah, it's something. It's
I like
something. Go
Fields
check it
Apart.
out.
It could be
TikTok,
Empty Minds,
empty.
like we could just like call
Fields Apart.
everything that we do like that Empty Minds.
Yeah,
So
we'll
just, I
change
guess,
your
the name.
YouTube channel to that.
Yeah.
And now cue the ending.
Oh
Here
my
we
God.
are.
But yeah.
I said something stupid at the end.
Easter eggs. What'd you
What'd you
say?
say?
Last podcast.
What'd you
We were
say?
all laughing. I don't know. Let's just cut out.
Oh. Yeah, no, it's there. It's probably the I don't remember this.
You know that sword above you?
Dangerous.
I almost said I'm just waiting for it to kill you.
I'm just waiting for it
Yeah,
to drop.
your lights came out.
Yeah. Came out.
Came out. The lights went off.
And we support those lights.
That's right.
Yeah, because the way the sword is, it's just Final Destination. It's
I
gonna
know.
fucking swing and get you.
Yeah, exactly. Man, those movies are crazy.
That is a Sekiro boss sword, though.
Oh yeah, that's
Look at
awesome.
that fucking shit.
Imagine deflecting with that shit. Fuck.
Deflecting the bullshit.
I think-
That's insane.
I think we'd all survive better in Dark Souls games than that's how.
It doesn't.
You have to keep the. Just huge.
I'll cut back to us and then I'll just and press it. I keep all this in uncut, real, raw.
We're all cut. Get it? Dicks.
Right.